The next component is self-service password reset. Now, it's no secret that password resets make up the vast majority of help desk calls worldwide. Enabling self-service password reset gives users the ability to bypass the help desk and directly reset a password that they've forgotten. Now, this is done a number of different ways across the enterprise or the world of applications that's available. Azure makes a couple of these options available to users. So it's supported within Azure Active Directory. It's not natively supported with on-premises Active Directory. However, if you implement directory synchronization and password write-back, you can actually leverage Azure Self-Service Password Reset as a way to implement self-service password reset for Windows Server Active Directory and on-premises implementations of Active Directory. This is done via the portal, and it's a fairly simple and straightforward process. Here's more or less what it looks like, and we'll walk through this in a demo. So first of all, you select who's allowed to use this. You can choose individual users, everybody or nobody, and then select a number of methods of authentication that are required. There are 4 methods that are supported. Send the user an email. This assumes, of course, you're logged on to your email. Use their mobile phone, either through a security application or a text message. Use their office phone, either through a call, it'll actually call the office phone, or ask security questions. Now, the mobile phone, office phone obviously requires the correct phone number be configured. And the security questions works like security questions you might see on a typical web page. What's your father's last name? What city were you born in? And any number of questions that you want to configure. What's interesting about the security questions is you can choose the number of questions that are presented to register, the number that are required to be correct to reset the password, and you can also customize the question list. Azure provides you with a list of about 30 or 40 common questions. What's your dog's name? What's your mother's last name? What city were you born in? Things of that nature. But then you can also customize by asking things that only maybe an employee would know. What's your cost center code? What's your manager's alias? What's the number on your office door? Or any other value that you might have. What's your employee number, for example? And so you can build these custom questions to further tighten down the questions that are provided. The experience for the user is very simple. There's a website they go to, aka.ms/sspr or passwordreset.microsoftonline.com. Incidentally, when you go to log on to the Azure portal, there's a link which says, hey, forgot your password. That will take you to one of these locations. Once you do that, you put in your user ID, complete a CAPTCHA process, and it will guide you through whatever method was required. If it's phone-based, it'll make the phone calls or send the messages. If it's question-based, it'll prompt you with the questions. You'll have to type the answers correctly to be able to reset your password. Once that's done, it'll prompt you for a new password, and now your password is reset. Very simple, very straightforward process.